1555, directly after the Protestant Reformation, all of the European powers gathered in a meeting called the Peace of Augsburg, where they concluded that if the monarch of a kingdom was Catholic, then the legal religion would be Catholicism. However, if the monarch was Protestant, the legal religion would be Protestantism. This is essential background for the 30 Years' War. After this meeting, the King of Bohemia, in modern-day Czech Republic, had a conundrum. While he was Catholic, the majority of his kingdom was Protestant. He didn't want to have revolt in his hands, so he signed a letter of majesty that tolerated the Protestant religion. The people were very happy about this, but in 1618, a new heir came to power in Bohemia. Ferdinand II was a devout Catholic and revoked the letter of majesty that tolerated the Protestant religion. The Protestants were so angry with this that they defenestrated the king's messengers. Defenestration is a long and complex word that means something silly, to throw someone out of a window. Depending on who you asked, the messengers survived either because they were saved by God or they fell into a pile of manure. King Ferdinand II wasn't happy with this, and he led his troops against the Protestant militia, crushing them in the Battle of White Mountain. However, this first battle got the attention of the Protestant Danish king, who decided to help out his fellow Protestants. He attacked King Ferdinand of Bohemia and his forces. I'm going to summarize the Danish king's encounter with Ferdinand's mercenaries abstractly. Just try and follow me here. Ferdinand's mercenaries obliterated the Danish army and made Danish king skedaddle back to his mommy. If there was one person you remember from this entire video, remember Gustavus Adolphus. This king of Sweden was a big-brain military mastermind who could play the game of war like it was chess. Many historians consider him the founder of modern warfare because of his exploitation of mobile cannons on the battlefield. He was receiving funding from the French and was a Protestant, which led him to attack Bohemia just like the Danish king. Again, I want to summarize his battles abstractly. Just try and follow along with me. Gustavus destroyed the Bohemian armies with his superior military intellect, forcing Ferdinand II to contribute more resources and more soldiers to the war. It was finally time for France to be involved with the war. Even though France was Catholic, its rulers were less concerned with religion and more concerned with the balance of power. Ferdinand II was that of the House of Habsburg, which owned a lot of land, too much land. This would eventually lead the Habsburgs to control Europe, and the French saw the perfect opportunity to disrupt these events. They originally planned to let Gustavus do the dirty work for them while they funded his efforts, but a few battles in, Gustavus died, leading a cavalry charge. With him gone, France had to take up arms and declare war. France attacked Bohemia with vast armies, and this time Sweden decided to fund the French to strengthen their forces. By 1648, people were tired of war. Despite each country's best efforts, the war was inconclusive. Nobody was winning. The war was also draining the countries of money and resources. Finally, the war was bloody. 450,000 people died. So in 1648, the Peace of Westphalia was signed. This treaty ended the war and changed a couple of things. So what was the outcome of the war? First and foremost, the Holy Roman Emperor was weakened, and the princes throughout the empire were no longer under his control. Next, the Dutch Netherlands and Switzerland became independent, and finally, citizens gained the freedom of private worship. This meant that people could practice any religion they felt like, as long as they weren't preaching their ideas everywhere. This was an important step to freedom of religion later in Europe. I hope you enjoyed this short summary of the 30 Years' War.